Hi everyone, welcome back to Sashay Away with Barry. Here I am. I brought Tracy Martell, aka Trixie Mattel, with me this week. She is on my chest. You are going to get a 2-for-1 this week, and means I'm going to record 2 videos back to back because I just rewatched Drag Race UK Series 2, Episode 4. Morning Glory. I was trying to think of the name of it. Sorry, everyone. I actually did watch it last night, but I went over to a friend's house and it got to be a very late night. And so I didn't record it when I got home, which I normally do. But I was home after midnight and that was no time to start recording a video. So I am doing that now. And then immediately after this, I'm going to record US Season 13, Episode 6. Episode 6, and that is the disco one, which name is escaping me. I have it written down in the next one, so you can see it then. It's a weird disco-mentary. I think it's a hybrid of disco and documentary, and so that will be the next video that happens right after this. I am having my cocktail in the home goblet. Since I am doing 2, I will probably have a second cocktail during the second one, so things could get a little loopy for me. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. But we're going to hear this one. We're talking about UK, and if you want to toot and boot along with us this week, those will be up tomorrow on my Insta story, which is at Sashay Away with Barry, so you can follow me on Instagram at Sashay Away with Barry, SASHAYWITHBARRY, Sashay Away with Barry. And those will be up sometime tomorrow morning. That is Saturday morning. I live in New York City, so it is on the East Coast in the US, but you'll have 24 hours to toot and boot along with us. I usually put them up around 9 a.m. just so it gives me time to sort through things. I think I have all the photos that I'm going to use, but I always wait to see if the Drag Race UK BBC Instagram posts theirs, because those are the professional ones. If not, I have them all from Instagram except Ginny Lemon, who has not posted one, and she doesn't usually. She waits and posts the one from BBC 3. So we'll see if that happens tomorrow. But let's talk about this episode. So last week, how many queens are gone? Last week we lost Estina. That's right, this is episode 4. We lost Estina. People were surprised she went home. I'm not terribly surprised. I told people when she won week 1, which I didn't think she deserved to win. I thought they had just given her the win so that because they knew she wasn't gonna be around very long. She didn't have a very interesting story, and that is what they used for television. I actually preferred Tia Coffee's lip sync, but Tia Coffee is also more entertaining and better to watch on TV. She had some unfinished business that we kind of took care of this week. And so there you have it. Estina went home, and that's the way it goes. I'm going to share my screen because we have lots to go through. Actually, I'm not, because I don't know. I don't think I did the mini challenge, which I don't even remember what the mini challenge was. Did they have one? Oh yes, I didn't take photos of it. They did the cake mini challenge. They had to sell the cakes. I should have taken pictures of it because they didn't get into drag at all, I don't think. I think they did it in their boy looks. Oh my God, I'm so confused. I don't even know. But they did cakes. They had to sell their cakes and be funny. They had 2 of the pit crew, the Brit crew, I call them the Brit crew, sorry. The Brit crew next to them that wheeled out the cakes. I didn't know if they were supposed to use them or they were just there to stand there and look pretty. Lawrence Janie, I believe, included them in theirs, and they didn't seem to know what to do, and that's fine. But of the 3, I thought the best were Tia Coffee, Lawrence Chaney, and Bimini Boulash. They were my favorites because they were the funniest. And this week, Miss Bimini Boulash won the mini challenge, and I say congratulations. She is on my fantasy league team. So anytime that a queen gives me points, I appreciate it. I actually really like Bimini. I think she's coming from, she had a rough week the first week, but she has come on strong since then, and she is making her way to the top. She's been in the top 2 the last 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, last week she had one of my favorite looks of the week. So good job, Bimini. She won the mini challenge. She also gets a tiny advantage in the maxi challenge, which is they are going to be doing a morning talk show, and that is with the one and only, I forgot her name. Lorraine Kelly, that's it. I wanted to say Lawrence again because I just said Lawrence, but it's Lorraine Kelly, also a Scottish lady. So maybe that's why I'm also getting them confused. But she is kind of the queen of daytime talk over there in the UK. When I was in the UK, we watched her every morning and enjoyed her very, very much. So I am happy to have her back. She was on Snatch Game last season, on this first season of UK, so I am glad she is back. She entertains me. And what better way to put her in but into a morning talk show kind of challenge. The only advantage that Bimini gets is that she gets to choose her own parts and the rest have to fight it out. She doesn't get to assign them out. They just have to decide amongst themselves. So let's get this started. Here is our talk show. It is, in fact, Morning Glory. And it's a kooky talk show. They're all paired up as in kind of teams of 2, but not really. It's hard to say that they were teams. It was just partners, I guess. And then because there was 9 people left, yes. Jenny Lemon picked the part of the weather girl, and she is on her own by herself. So we're going to go through these very quickly. Not very quickly, we're going to talk about it a little bit. Our first group was Bimini and Tace, and they are kind of our hosts. They were fantastic. I love that they coordinated their hair. I love that they coordinated their outfits, but they were all both individuals as well. It's still reflecting of them individually. They were really good with the teleprompter. They were really good with the improv. They were very funny. Both of them did a really, really good job. As you may know, I'm not a huge fan of Tace, but she really killed it in this challenge. Of course, I'm a Bimini fan, and so I liked her a little more. My favorite thing was when she came back from Ginny Lemon's weather report. All she did was say, well, that's about all we have time for now, or something crazy like that. And it was really funny because she had this look on her face like, what the fuck was that? And that is what we were all kind of thinking, I think. So I think they both did a great job. I really, really appreciated them in this challenge. And they cut back to them every time because they kind of introduce each segment as the hosts. But their opening monologue was really, really good. Our next group are the Goth Party Planners, and that is Veronica Green and Sister Sister. Veronica Green has no idea what goth is because she is wearing a sparkly stoned gown instead of goth, but I'm assuming that is the only black thing she may have had in her arsenal of clothing because she does wear gowns all the time. She did have a black wig or borrowed it from someone, which is smart. I think Sister Sister looks great as her goth character. It's very Wednesday Addams, but with like the orangey red wig. The pair together were terrible. Sister Sister was slightly better, I think, in the challenge, but both of them were bad. It was just bad, bad, bad all around. They were trying to show us how to throw a anti-birthday party. Veronica Green decorated a cake with mice and rats, and Sister Sister made a centerpiece with a live animal. I think it was supposed to be a bird, and then she taped it in until it couldn't breathe. It was so bad. Yeah. And I think they came back, and I don't remember which one said it, but one of them, Bimini or Tay, said that was a lot longer than it should have been. And I couldn't agree more. It was not good. Next, we have our Dragony Nieces. I don't know what this is a reference to. Everyone else seemed to know the Agony Aunties or something. I don't know what that is. I don't live in the UK, so I don't really know what that is. But we have Lawrence, Janie, and Ellie Diamond, our 2 Scottish queens. Lawrence Cheney is a star. She was so good in this. She was so funny, right down to where she was like, my ride is here, and she gets on the little plastic tricycle and breaks it. So good. She dressed the part. She looks great. I actually love this pink wig on her. Ellie Diamond faded into the background as we kind of thought she would. I don't understand this look for this challenge. She's wearing a baby doll dress with a baby doll wig that's half white, half black. To me, that was maybe she wanted to really do goth because that's kind of a goth wig. If you're being a little ironic, but the outfit and the wig made zero sense in this. But Lawrence Cheney was clearly the better one. Ellie Diamond faded into the background and did not do well. Next, we have our money-saving Essex girls, and that is Tia Coffee and Ahura. I have not been a fan of Ahura all along. I have not been afraid to say that. She really shined in this challenge. She was so good and so funny. The fact that her boob was hanging completely out and she had no idea was amazing. I love that you can see her breastplate line because it just makes her a little more trashy. Tia Coffee was completely entertaining as well. She kind of took a little bit of a backseat to Hora because Hora was so extra, but Tia Coffee was still great in this. She said sometimes you have to play the straight man, and she made a pun about that, which was really funny, but I don't think she did. I think she kind of led the whole conversation along, which is what she needed to do. It was just that Ahura was like overacting everything and making it so funny. So they both did a fantastic job, and I really love them. Finally, we have Ginny Lemon, who is our weather girl flying solo. She was in front of a green screen, and she was supposed to be like this hippie weather girl. It says it right there, hippie weather reporter. This wig is crazy. To me, it does not say hippie. It kind of, well, I guess, yeah, I don't know. No, it doesn't say hippie, but she wore a caftan, which is very hippie. The beads are hippie. She should have had like a bandana or some kind of band in her hair to make it more hippie for me, or maybe some feathers. It's just the wig looks too big to be hippie for me. That's all. I think when I think of hippie, I immediately go to Harry Potter with Mrs. Trelawney, I don't know what teacher she was, but it was the fortune-telling kind of teacher. I don't know what it was really called. And so I would have rather some kind of wig like that. And I think she had like a little do-rag bandana thing that was crazy, with lots of jewelry. This was bananas crazy. I don't know what she was talking about. They were throwing things at her. They were dumping water on her. That's why she's in that pool. And it made no sense. She didn't talk about the weather at all. It was not weather related. I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. Not one of my favorite things ever in the world. So that was our challenge. I'm gonna take a sip of my cocktail, because I've been talking a while. And next we have the runway, and this of course is RuPaul. I really enjoy this dress very much. It is such a weird shape and weird cut. She is rocking strappy shoes this season, and I appreciate that because I love a strappy shoe. I know Rippin hates them. Too bad. I think they're great. I wear strappy shoes all the time. I love this wig. It's just this giant big blowout. I like that it's off her shoulders so you can see the exaggerated shoulder that she's wearing. I love the color. Love this look. It's really cool. Our category on the runway was Monster Mash, and they had to mash up two different monsters, or at least two different monsters. Lawrence Cheney named off like 5 different things, but they had to do a mashup of monsters and their looks. First, we had Veronica Green giving us Medusa and some kind of pig creature. I don't know what the pig creature was, but it is very monster looking, but it is also stunning to look at. This headpiece of snakes is one of the best things I've ever seen on Drag Race. I know we've had Medusas on the runway before, but nothing quite as extravagant as this. Chanel did it season 1 with a crazy headpiece of Medusa that, notoriously fell off of her head. And this one is 10 times better than that. Hers was good. This one is just better. She also did a weird snake thing with her sleeved arm. I don't know if it had a snake face on the glove or what, but she did like snake movements with that. This is a great look. She looks really, really good, and it's a really cool mashup. Her prosthetics look really good on it. When they're close up, you can see that they're not greatly applied, but I don't fault queens for that. They don't have to know how to do prosthetics like that. I love the ears. I love the snout. I love the headpiece. The gown is typical Veronica Green, so it is a big toot for me for this one. Next, we have Sister Sister. She is giving us mummy and werewolf. That is why the tufts of blue hair are coming out of her. She has a long blue tail. And she did a blue pony that was not very extravagant, but was a blue pony nonetheless. And she had fangs in her mouth as well, which you can't see in this, but you could see later on in the episode. She does have claws on as well, which are just exaggerated nails. Lorraine Kelly said it was like Sonic the Hedgehog bursting out of there. I wish she would have had more cutouts so you could see more fur. Maybe she just didn't have more fur on underneath. Who knows? I love that she did a breastplate and big hips for this because it really exaggerated the mummy look. They said they were tired of mummies. I didn't mind this one as much as most people did. I thought she also walked the runway really well with it as she was staggering and, you know, very zombie-like, dead-like movements on the runway, which I really, really appreciated. But then she also did the howls like the werewolf. So I like the look. It's a toot for me. Next is Bimini Bon Boulash, and her mashup is, and I love that it's a mashup of monsters. And I don't know if she misunderstood the assignment, but she mashed up Pamela Anderson and the devil. But then she also said that Pamela Anderson would never go to hell because she's vegan. So she threw that in there, which also amused me. I think this looks great. They said that her hair was too messy. Who cares? I mean, this look is fantastic. This is the most clothes she's ever worn. She even made a joke that she's wearing tights this week. Yeah, I think it's good. They also faulted that she wasn't wearing eyelashes. You can't see it in this picture. Who cares? She looks really, really good. And this is a big toot for me. I thought she did a fantastic job this week. Next, we have Tace giving us Bride of Oh, sorry, that was a toot for me, obviously, for Miss Bimini Bon Boulash. This is Tace giving us Bride of Frankenstein and Vampire mashup. It's not a very difficult mashup to do. She basically did Bride of Frankenstein and put fangs in with some blood. However, you can't really see it from this picture, but if you go to her Instagram, she has some great photos. This dress is actually really pretty and moves really well on the runway. It has a big slit up the front, which might have been a little too high because you could see her underwear at parts of it. The wig is good. Her face is always perfection. I love the way that the big poofy sleeve lands on her right under her shoulder. It is really, really great. A toot for me. Next is Ginny Lemon. She didn't really say what she was mashing up, but it was some kind of toxic waste look. I don't know what the other, I guess maybe a ghost because she painted her face white or some kind of ghoul. I don't know. This is a big boot. I think it's awful. These shoes that they called out, and she said that it's because she has fibromyalgia. I get that, but they're still ugly shoes. You could make them a little better. I know that's her shtick. She wants to be ugly because that's how she feels, and that's kind of what her drag is. I hate this look. It's a boot. It's a boot. It's a boot. There is nothing great about it, and I don't really think that she met the challenge either. Next is Lawrence Janie, and she gave us like 5 different references. I'm going to name a couple. She said Bride of Frankenstein, which is obviously her hair, Sweeney Todd, which is the blood splatter, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I don't know what that is, and Silence of the Lambs, which is the skin bodysuit, obviously, and this mask on her arm, which is part of the costume, it's not just hanging there willy-nilly, is a cast of her face that she painted and put lashes on, and it is so good. Yeah, it's flawless what she did. It matches her actual face, the paint that she does on her face. No, it wasn't. It was at at the end of the episode when they're all standing around the TV screen, you could see that it was like she had done like staples in her face. I don't think they were real staples, but I think she did it to make it look like that, and it looked so cool. This is my favorite look on the runway. A big shoot for me. I think she's so smart. She's so intelligent about her drag. It makes sense. She knows what she's doing. She's still painted beautifully. She knows her shapes. She knows how to exaggerate her shapes. And there were crystals in the blood splatter on the shirt, which Rue pointed out. Just fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Big shoot for me. Next is Ellie Diamond giving us Goblin and Werewolf. This is clearly, she knows how to make chaps for herself with a bodysuit. That is what she does. We've seen a lot of it from her. It is a very furry costume. I actually really like this one. I think the green and the brown look really cool together. So I think she did a great job this week. Her prosthetic looked fantastic because she could paint over it nicely. Her teeth are good. The bodysuit and chaps are fine. I like them in the furry material. I think that's a nice touch to it. She also did some arm ones for this one as well to make it a little more. But I just love the way the brown and the green should not go together, and they really do. So a big toot for me, and I love her big hair. Fucking Tia Coffee surprised everyone coming out in this Medusa and Voodoo Queen look. And it is spectacular. I'm gonna shoot this one too because this is not what you expect from Tia Coffee. She is the basic bitch of the season, but this look is impeccable. It looks so, so good. I can't say anything bad about it. It really looks fantastic. I can only hope that we get more things like this. It's smart, it's well done. Her face is painted great with the skull. Having done a skull painting in the past, it is not easy. And to get those contours on her face like that is fantastic. It makes me want to do another skull one and try to mimic what she did because it looks so, so good. Shoot for me. I love it. I love it. I love it. Finally, we have Ahura. She gave us a little bit of reveal. So her first part was coming out. She said she was Elvira in Vegas, but a zombie. And then she took off her wig and had brains underneath with the bandage. It's a great outfit. The first part where she's wearing the wig, she looks fantastic. She doesn't look like a zombie. It does look spooky, kind of Elvira-esque, but it's not. To me, it didn't meet the assignment. She needed to paint her face differently to be a zombie, and you could still do some makeup in there to do Elvira zombie, but you needed some like sores on your face. You needed something more to it. The outfit is very bondage, and I don't hate it. I love the spider web on her crotch. And then she took the wig off, and I wish that she didn't have like the white bandages. I know that it's probably just a hat that's on her head or created as a hat to cover her actual boy hair wig line with like sideburns and everything, but it just looks weird. If she could have, it looks weird. Maybe if she had some like skin prosthetics to hang from it. I just don't like the bandage on it. That's all. But she looks great. It's certainly a toot. I think I tooted every look except Ginny Lemon. So those were our looks for this week. Back on the runway, we find out that our tops are Bimini Bomb Boulash on my drag fantasy team, Lawrence Janie also on my drag fantasy team, and Ahura not on my team, but did a great job this week. And then our bottom three are Veronica Green, Sister, and Ginny Lemon. Makes complete sense. Ellie Diamond is lucky that those three were there because they were all worse than her. But otherwise, I think she would have been in the bottom if one of them was not there or did better than they did. So those are our tops and bottoms. The winner of this week's Ru Peter Badge. I wish it actually said Ru Peter Badge, not RuPaul's UK Drag Race, whatever. I wish it said Ru Peter Badge. It's not, it doesn't say that, but this is the badge they get, and that's what they get. And our winner was Lawrence Janie, 2 weeks in a row on my drag fantasy team, winning me some points. I am now tied for second place in the league. And I believe it's Brian and I are only 10 points behind Mikey, who is in the lead. So this is a very, very close race. It's going to come down to the wire, I think, once other people start going home. But bravo to Lawrence Chaney, fully deserved. She did great this episode. She did a really, really great job. Veronica Green is sent back safe, and I think that is because her outfit was so strong. And that leaves us with Sister Sister and Ginny Lemon. Don't look at the people in the picture. I just did this to remind me what the song was. It's You Keep Me Hanging On by Kim Wilde. This is a song I love. If you are not a child of the 80s, as I am, you probably don't know this song, but it is so much fun and so good, and it made me very happy. I thought they were going to do like a monster song, like the Rihanna monster song, Thriller, some kind of monster, not Monster Mash. I did not want that. But something like that to go along with the theme, but they didn't. They did You Keep Me Hanging On, and I love this song, so I wasn't mad. We had a very abrupt ending to this. Ginny Lemon walked off the stage without even lip syncing. She just walked off and said goodbye. Didn't really say goodbye. She kissed them all goodbye, walked off, and laughed. This to me is unacceptable. I know Ben de la Creme sent herself home. Ginny Lemon is trying to do it as well. To me, it's very disrespectful to the show, to the other queens, to the queens who did not get on this season. She says it was that she was done. She was tired. She did what she came to do. She did not come to win. I read an interview with her saying she didn't come to win. She came to just show her drag and show different styles of drag, and to get her non-binary status out into the world and give a little bit of light on that. All great things. I think she was afraid to lip sync and be sent home. I think it might have broken her. She did kind of seem like she gave up during their little untuck session. She kind of said that she had checked out and was done. I guess we all should have known then that, she was going to pull some kind of stunt. And there you have it. She just walked off. I will say, God bless Sister Sister. She did the whole fucking lip sync by herself. She didn't care that Ginny Lemon left. She was there to stay and prove what she could do. I mean, when Jenny walked off, she could have just stopped and been like, what the fuck do I do? She left. But she kept going. She did the whole song. Michelle was lip syncing along. Rue was lip syncing along. I think Alan Carr even did a little bit of a lip sync along. She did a great job as well. Her lip sync was fantastic. She did not hold back. I think she was really great. I kind of wish the other girls would have come out and just like danced around her or lip synced around her. They're probably not allowed to do that, but I was like, if fuck Ginny Lemon. She walked off, showed this girl some support and respect, because she deserved it. She did a really, really great job. It was really funny at the end. Michelle leaned over and said, "Who's the winner? Who's gonna win?" And they went through it anyway. She says, Sister Shantae, you stay. And she said, "Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you." It was really played off well. So God bless them all. Thank you for putting on a show, Sister. I was losing steam on you because you kind of were blaming everyone else when it's a team challenge that they throw you off. You proved yourself right here. And now I kind of look forward to see what you have to offer. So good job. She does get to stay. And we're all excited. Look at this. The outfit's actually really cute. So I do not falter for that. I think she did a great job. Bravo, Sister. Ginny Lemon sends her mirror message saying witches unite, fancy a slice, and drew a slice. It looked like a piece of pie. I guess that's a slice of lemon. I don't know. Or a piece of her pie. I don't know. And she leaves us as our fourth queen eliminated. The other three queens that went home, I feel bad for them because they could still be here if Ginny Lemon had not done this. It drives me crazy when I love Ben de la Creme. I still love Ben de la Creme. Still my favorite queen ever on Drag Race. But I did not like her sending herself home. When Angina did it and Mayhem did it on Last All Stars when they voted for themselves, I did not like that. I don't like this either. And I find this one even more disrespectful because she just walked off and didn't say anything. That to me is terrible, and I hated it. Hated it. We get an immediate message from RuPaul with the girls still in drag. It said next week on, but it's not really next week. I think they're still in their drag from this week. They get pulled over to the screen, and Ru tells them because of COVID, they have to shut down and everyone has to go home. If I were one of these queens, I would be devastated. Because honestly, you didn't know if it was going to come back. You had no idea. Luckily, they did start refilming, I believe in October. They started filming again and then turned the season around. So it'll be interesting next week to see what we get. I don't know if we're going to get like a recap of the show or if we're going to just move on with all the changes implemented. I'm sure they're going to have to address it. It'll be interesting to see what the queens look like, if some of them had any procedures or touch-ups. Tia mentioned in this episode that she wanted to get some lips, so we'll see if she comes back with bigger lips. We'll see if their costumes and wardrobe have changed at all. I'm hoping that they were told that they had to leave their stuff there. Although it is drag and they do have to make a living. I know that they weren't really performing that, although I think they were performing for a while there in the summer, because I know that Jimbo went over there and did some shows, and Rock'em Sakara went over there and did some shows. So they were having shows there as well, but I don't know. These queens were probably not allowed to do anything because they're still under contract with BBC and World of Wonder. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm sure someone has heard rumors or, secrets get out all the time. But we'll find out next week. So we said goodbye to our fourth queen, Ginny Lemon. I say good riddance. I'm sad that you did it this way because you took someone's place. And even if you didn't take someone's place when you got there and realized that you didn't want to do it, you should have just gone home week one. We could still have Joe Black. We could still have Cherry Valentine. We could even still have Estina. Yeah, it's not fair to them. It's not fair to the other queens that did not even get cast on the show because you took a spot. That's all I have to say about Drag Race UK this week. I will be back again next week, hopefully on Thursday. We'll see. I don't have any plans to watch it out, so I'll be watching it at home. And that always makes it easier for me to do these videos right afterwards once I pull all my pictures together. Again, if you want to toot and boot with us, I am at Sashay Away with Barry on Instagram, and you can follow me there, and it is in my Insta story. Again, it will be there in the morning. It's actually the morning now. It's 12:24 a.m. So in about 8.5 hours, it will be up on my Insta story, and you can toot and boot the looks of this runway with us. The results are posted on my website, which is sashayawaywithbarry.com. All of the UK stuff is going under the international tab, so you can find it there. If you are watching this on YouTube and looking at all these pictures and staring at me, I guess I can stop sharing this picture. Thank you for watching. If you are just listening via the podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts, thank you so much for listening. You can watch this on YouTube at BHBrown13. You can find it on all podcast platforms under Sashay Away with Barry. However you want to find it, that's how you find it. Thanks for watching, and thanks for sticking with me. Sorry I'm a day late, but again, I stayed out too late. I raise my hoe goblet to you all and wish you well. Please stay safe out there. COVID is still happening. Wear your mask, wash your hands, keep socially distancing as much as you can, and stay safe. Bye, everyone.